Welcome to Wobbly Woman TV. I'm Lisa Barrick, otherwise known as Wobbly Woman. Today I have a story that might raise some eyebrows, and it's certainly a story that you won't find on mainstream TV. I have with me today Lauren Kurth, the amazing, the talented, the beautiful, the very courageous founder of OZECETI, healer of 25 years, and you describe yourself as a cosmic visionary.
Yes.
Your intention is to help humanity open their minds, heal their heart, and raise their consciousness. Welcome, Lauren, to Wobbly Woman TV.
Thank you, Lisa, and thank you for the opportunity to be a part of Wobbly Woman TV.
Great. I'm going to get straight to the heart of this story.
Wonderful.
Okay. You have a big mission. Okay, it's a big mission, it's a big responsibility, a big intention for humanity. What is it that you actually do, and how do you plan to do this?
Okay. Well, where shall we start?
What do you do? Tell our viewers what you do.
All right. Well, I am a UFO and extraterrestrial contactee and experiencer, and I run a UFO and extraterrestrial skywatch group here on the Sunshine Coast of Queensland, Australia. The intention of the group is to meet with like-minded people and facilitate an experience of contact and help people open their minds, raise their consciousness, and really give them some form of voice to be able to share their reality.
Okay.
And to find a place that they're not going to be ridiculed,
Okay.
and get together as a collective and have these shared experiences.
I find that fascinating, and I can't wait to get into the UFO stuff, but I just want to find out a little bit about your experience. I mean, you've been a healer for 25 years. What are some of the ways that you've helped people heal? What are some of your healing modalities?
Sure. Well, I do a few different things. I'm a cosmic sound resonance therapist, so I use alchemy crystal singing bowls with my own process of getting people into a deep state of meditation. I call it an intradimensional experience because we're going into our hearts, into those subconscious programs and things that are stored away, and allow the sound to vibrate them out and reattune them.
Actually, I attended one of your crystal bowl sessions.
Sure.
And I'd never had one before. I actually felt like I'd had a massage.
Sure.
When I came out of it. I felt tingly and like I had a massage. It was a beautiful experience.
Sure. Well, sound travels through every cell in the body, and it also structures the water molecules within all of your cells.
Okay.
So it does. A lot of people feel like they have the massage, or they feel like they actually lose their body altogether.
So, what sparked your interest in UFOs? Like, when did you first have experiences?
Well, I'd like to say that they sparked my interest.
Okay.
Because I was 4 or 5 years old when I was living in New Zealand with my parents, and I had my first UFO experience where I was woken mysteriously in the night and went straight to the window to see a beautiful UFO disc-shaped craft hovering about 100 metres in the sky above the trees, so across the ballpark in front of our house, the rugby field. That hovered there, I'm not sure for how long, but I got a really good look at it, and then it shot off very quickly over our local mountain.
And you mentioned to me before that other people had seen this as well.
Yes, apparently.
Right.
It was talked about in the town that other people, shift workers, had seen it.
Was it frightening? Was it a frightening experience?
No, it actually wasn't a frightening experience. It's a very unusual experience, very peaceful. It's hard to actually recall it all because I was a young child, but there was definitely no fear. No. Yes, as a child, I always felt different. I never really felt like I fit into this world, and I did have an understanding of my connection to the ETs, and that I was very much aware that I was having these experiences in a waking state. Even as a child, a lot of it happened in dream state. So it'd be like lucid dreaming state. And I did have this awareness that I'd be doing something else with my life that was different, very different. I didn't quite know what it was. I was always interested in understanding how the world worked, how our mind worked, and how I worked. It always felt odd, Earth. I must say. And the world itself and the way it worked seemed very unusual. It didn't work.
I think there's a lot of us who feel that way, Lauren.
Sure.
Whether we've seen UFOs or not. I think we all have, not all of us, but many of us feel that for many different reasons too, don't they? And I kind of think it's exciting for you that maybe you've discovered why you feel that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
All right.
It all makes sense now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So can you tell us what happens at a night watch? I'm sure people are intrigued to find out.
Sure. Okay, so at a sky watch, we go out for about 5 hours and we sit in an organised circle around a centrepiece, which is a beautiful painting board I had done of Metatron's cube, which is a clearing sacred symbol, and it's a protection symbol, and I have that crystal gridded, and we use that as a point to send out our consciousness as a group. We actually CE5 is human initiated contact, so during the process we actually in meditation send out what's called a coherent thought sequence, which is literally the group connecting and all sharing the same thought. And we use that centerpiece to take it into the crystal in the center and send it out into the universe as a beacon of consciousness with the thoughts and visual images in our mind of our location, right down to the GPS coordinates of where we're sitting. So it's like sending out a text message to extraterrestrials to say, hey, this is where we are. Come and interact with us.
This unified consciousness, is this
absolutely
right?
Unified consciousness. That's that's a very good definition.
Okay.
Because we are trying to unify our consciousness and connect with the universal mind. So we sit in meditation. I use some CE5 protocols, which
so what does CE5 stand for? Just so this
Close
is
Encounters of the Fifth Kind is what CE5 stands for, which is human initiated bilateral contact. So we go out and initiate contact and we get a response, and it's an interactive evening.
So have you actually had a response?
Absolutely. And in fact, we've never had a night watch where we've had nothing happen.
Yeah.
I do teach my own techniques as well about raising consciousness and resonating the cells and things like that.
So it's more than just, trying to make contact with beings out there. It's all about within as well, isn't it?
It is. Well, contact happens with your vibration as well.
Oh, okay.
So I'm getting people into a really heart space and centered space,
Right.
To be able to vibrate at a higher loving frequency, which attracts UFOs.
Okay.
It's quite a fun evening, we like to have a bit of a laugh and a joke, because that energy is really positive and it builds a positive vibration. And so we sit there and we observe the sky. There's different things we do throughout the evening. We do a bit of chanting occasionally, Om chanting. We listen to really beautiful, inspiring music that is based on the 432 hertz frequency. It was created for contact. Sure, people are quite surprised at the type of people that come. I mean, there's quite often in the general public that have no idea that everyone's a Fruit Loop.
Yeah.
Everyone's a little bit crazy.
Are you a Fruit Loop, Lauren?
Oh, occasionally. I try to be.
So am I, so that's okay.
Normal.
Yeah.
But, we've had dentists, I've had scientists, professional people, all walks of life, ex-policemen, lawyers, psychologists. We've had lots and lots of people, and we see an array of things. Contact. There is no limited box of what contact entails. It's not just lights in the sky.
I like that.
And we've seen golden and diamond craft. We've had an encounter that was like a close encounter of the third kind, where it lit up the sky, where it intelligently communicated through light beams in the sky that were going along with rhythm to the music.
Wow.
During that experience, all my gear was shut down and only that one particular song could be played. Night vision gear, camera, phone, everything died in an instant, and only one piece of music could be played. And the craft or crafts, a group, it was either a massive mothership or a whole lot, actually sent out laser beams that flashed on and off in rhythm to the sequence of beats of music on on the recording.
That's incredible.
You know, and 15 people were there witnessing that, and we all agreed that that was intelligently communicating with us. We've had beautiful golden diamond-shaped crafts coming across the sky. We've had things that look like a satellite come across and then stop, and then glow and glow to a massive big power up, we call it, like a donut in the sky, and then go down and then take off at a 90-degree angle.
I've actually seen that.
Yeah.
I've seen that with my own eyes. And that's where Guy and I looked at each other and went,
what is that?
can't explain that.
That
Know what a
satellite.
plane is. I know what a satellite is. I know what a shooting star is. I can't explain that. That was... So I want to find out, why are they coming? Why are they dangerous? Are they here to hurt us? Why are they coming to us? Or why are they responding to your initiated contact?
Sure. Well, through my own experience that I've had with my own contact experiences, all of them have been positive. They've all been about raising consciousness and humanity waking up. Because we are cosmic citizens of the universe. You know, there is life out there. Hundreds of people are having actual physical contact on the planet, and not just people like myself, professional people, scientists.
That's what surprised me, actually.
Government people, you know.
Sorry to interrupt you.
You're
When
right.
I started doing some research about all this, you know, because I've always thought it's a big universe, you know, surely we can't be the only existence. That's always been my view, even though I hadn't seen anything before. But when I actually started, you know, doing some research myself, I was shocked by the amount of people who were sharing their stories like yours.
Sure.
Who, you know, there's so many people. We just don't hear this on mainstream media.
No, there's a bit of a block out when it comes to the UFO phenomena. You know, and a lot of these people are all saying very similar stories.
Yeah.
You've only got to look at our world. We are, well, one, we're under control, very much under control as far as what we can do as citizens. You know, we're having all sorts of things put upon us.
Well,
That none of it's about connectiveness, community, or raising consciousness, becoming.
well, we only have to look at the
beings.
latest anti-terrorist laws, don't we?
Well, that's right, and even the wars all over the world. What that's about, you know, humanity is at a very important time. We're on the brink of destroying ourselves and our planet.
So do you think that's why they're here?
Absolutely.
Why they're coming to help us?
They're concerned. There's been many documented reports of them turning off nuclear silos and things like that. They are. My message that I get is that they are concerned for humanity. We are in an energetic time to evolve as well, and they're coming here to help us do that, open our minds, and become, you know, my goal is to help people open their minds and their hearts so we can create a more peaceful planet for our children and our grandchildren, because the way it's going, it's looking pretty bad. So why are they coming here? They're not here to save us. They're here to help us save ourselves, because humanity has to do this work. There are universal laws where people can't interfere as such. As far as coming here and saying, this is what you need to do, here's some technology, help yourself out. They're helping us grow in our consciousness. There's a revolution going on around the world, and it is being backed by the UFO community, and it's a revolution in consciousness, because you've only got to look at what's going on in the world with war and you know, the state of GMO crops, the pollution in the air.
We're killing ourselves.
We're literally raping our planet,
Yeah.
and you know, we're at a very pivotal point where
So it's all about raising awareness, raising consciousness.
we are cosmic citizens.
Yeah.
We are part of the universe. What we do here in energy affects other things. You know, physics will tell you that everything's vibrating. Everything, you know, with unified physics is connected. So they're here to help us raise consciousness and heal ourselves, fix ourselves, save ourselves. You know.
Yes.
I have never had contact with anything but positive beings. All my experiences have been very heart-space, very loving, very positive. You know, there are people that say they've had a frightening experience or a negative experience. Through my work with hypnosis and working with other contactees, I think a lot of that has to do with their own fear and their lack of understanding. Our brain tends to put things into a perspective of understanding, of trying to understand something, and unfortunately we have been programmed by movies and media to be fearful. I believe that if advanced extraterrestrials can traverse the cosmos or come interdimensional with their technology, we'd be in trouble if they wanted to hurt us.
Yeah.
You know.
So really, we should have no fear. It's not about fear.
Not at all. Not at all. And when you come to one of my sky watches, you're sitting in a very loving space. In fact, all fear seems to melt away.
Yeah.
So
that's great, Lauren. Thank you. I'm actually very surprised by how vigorous the UFO community is. You've worked with some very big names in the UFO community. So can you tell us a little bit about who some of these people are and who you've worked with?
Sure. Well, my favourite in the UFO community would have to be Mary Rodwell. Oh. And I'm very, very privileged to know her personally a little bit.
Who is Mary Rodwell,
Mary
for those
Rodwell
who don't know?
Works with star people. She was a nurse and counsellor, and she's a hypnotherapist, and she's written many books now based on her findings in hypnotherapy, which I'm really grateful for. I've also trained with Dolores Cannon with the hypnotherapy for healing, but Dolores wrote many books based on the UFO field, where she did the same thing with hypnosis regression, finding out what it's all about, and she had people telling her the same story over and over and over. I've also worked with Dr. Stephen Greer in 2013. I was his assistant and driver, and I did a 3-day C5 training with Dr. Greer, and he encouraged me to start my own group. We had a contact experience together in a light ship during meditation that we were both aware of. And so I got a lot of good knowledge and experience from him and experienced some good things.
So you're now becoming considered as a person to go to in this community as well. People are coming to you, well-known people are coming to you as well, aren't they? For you to share your knowledge and experience.
Yeah, it is starting to sort of head that way, which is great because it's about people having the courage to stand up and speak, you know.
Well, sorry to interrupt again. You've really only started to come out to talk about this. I think I saw on your website about 2013, and also I've known you personally over the years. You've only just really started to come out to really share. You know, we who are your friends knew about all this, but publicly, what was the catalyst that made you come out publicly to share, you know, your experiences?
Well, I have always talked about this.
Yeah.
My friends have known me, even in my teenage years. No, I was always the weird one. That you know, I'd always had spirit experiences and used to give messages, but I'd always talked about the otherworldly things and that as well. But I had joined a couple of UFO groups, just discussion groups, and then a C5 group, and it was in 2013. During a conversation with Stephen Greer in the car, where he said to me, "You need to go for it. That you'll do good work." And he told me to put my own flavour on it as well as following the C5 protocols. My intention had already been to start a group, but I guess what happened for me is I separated from my husband, and I had just started my centre. Actually, it was just my own business then. It turned into a centre. Yeah. And so I just went for it. I thought, that's it, I'm going for it. And I covered the walls with UFO photos that were sent to me from all over Australia and some from around the world. And it just seemed to be a natural progression. Then I started being contacted by people. They wanted to interview me and do different things. We're all ready for change. You know, we are all ready for change. And
I know I am.
I know I am, you know, and there will be people that are afraid and scared, and I suppose they talk about mass panic and things, but I tell you, I've never had mass panic at my group.
No,
people
definitely not.
Back and enjoying the experience, and
I really enjoyed the experience too. It just opened my mind up. That's all I can say.
Which is my purpose, you know, to help people open their mind.
You know, what inspiring advice can you give to our wobbly men and women out there who have an idea or want to go with it, but they just have the fear or worry?
Sure. I would ask yourself a few questions. What does it really matter what other people think? You know, really. Follow your heart. If you died tomorrow, you know, would you die and think, oh, that's good, everyone thought I was a good person, and you'd be okay with it? Or would you die saying, I lived my passion, I followed my heart, and I did what was right for me? Life is more about being happy and connecting and knowing who you are, do something you love, even if it's only part-time. Get out there and do it. Women, we all have to make money.
Yeah.
And believe me, you don't get rich doing what I do.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think
Follow your heart,
Yeah.
Do what makes you happy, because, what's the point of going through life if you're not happy, if you've got questions that are unanswered? We never grow. That's what life's about. This earth is a school of learning.
Yeah.
So, get out there and do what makes you happy.
I love that. I
do
love
too.
that, Laura. Is there anything that you wish to add about, what you do, or how you can help people, or is there anything you wish to add about it?
I just ask people to keep an open mind. If you know someone that's having these experiences, you don't have to believe it, but don't ridicule them. If someone has had the courage to come out and share, I know from my experience with other people, they've got to a place where they need to share. Right. And they need to download, and they need support. Yeah. Because this is real. This is real, and I've met enough talented, credible, educated, professional people that are genuinely having this experience. It's totally turned some of their world upside down. Yeah. But just keep an open mind and keep your eyes on the sky. And if you're interested in this phenomena, go out and actually do the work, Actually, Lauren, that's something that I've started doing as well. I might come home from an evening out or with the family, and we all stop and we all look up in the sky, and we all, look out for things, or what can we see tonight? I'm actually always looking at the night sky now. I love it. Good. I love it. It's awesome. Good. Yeah. That's wonderful. So how can people find you, Lauren? Tell us, about your website, Facebook pages. Sure. Well, you can find me via my website, which is www.OZECETI.com. And you can click on the contact page and submit a form to make contact or join a group. You can also find me on Facebook. So it's www.facebook.com/LaurenKurth2016, which is spelled OZECETI. Okay. So they can contact me through those. Okay. Lauren, this has been very intriguing for me, as I'm sure it will be for our viewers. Great. I'm just really inspired by you, because I think you have a lot of courage to stand up and to share your story, and to stand up and talk about what you believe in. I think a lot of people don't. I think you've overcome many obstacles personally and professionally, but I think you're here doing what you love, and I think most importantly, you're being true to yourself. I just want to thank you for your honesty and for sharing your journey with us here today. Thank you, Lisa. Hopefully your story will inspire some of our wobbly men and women out there to be true to themselves and to have an open mind and an open heart, raise their awareness and consciousness as well. And I think more importantly, to live with passion and purpose as you do. Thank you, Lisa. I wouldn't have it any other way. Yeah. And it has taken courage to come out and speak about this, and I've got plenty more to say and plenty more experiences to share. Yeah. Which I will be doing soon, and I absolutely love what I'm doing, and thank you, because you're also very inspiring. You're very passionate about what you do, and you've encouraged me greatly, and I really appreciate it. Great. And thank you for creating Wobbly Woman TV and a platform for people to share their stories. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you. Wobbly Woman TV! Thank you. Hi, this is Lisa Barrick interviewing Lauren Kurth for Wobbly Woman TV. I nearly forgot what it was about then. Hi, this is Lauren Kurth. Welcome to Wobbly Woman TV. Today's story might raise some eyebrows, and it's certainly not a story that you'll find on mainstream media. Today I have the beautiful
gorgeous, talented, intelligent, amazing.
You don't need glasses.
Lauren Kurth, the founder of OZECETI. She's a cosmic visionary, healer. Hang on, sorry. Okay. What did I say? Are you okay with that?
I'm good.
Here, look, we'll flash our boobies. Oh!
Hang on.